Okay, guys, hey, come here. What's going on here, man? Did you know it was S. Anthony Thomas's 350th episode? Oh, man, I didn't know that, man. I love that guy. I think that guy is the greatest, man. I was wondering why all these people are here, man. I mean, wait a minute. Is that him over there? Oh, my God. The great and the legendary S. Anthony Thomas, host of the S. Andy Says podcast. There he is right there.
Oh, I appreciate that, everybody. I really, really appreciate that. And I've actually went back and listened to my own podcast, and I'll be honest with you, I more than deserve that applause. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's great to have you all here, and I'm about to do the 350th episode of the legendary S. Anthony Says podcast. Are you guys ready? Don't even respond. I know you are. So let's get this thing started. All right, everybody, how you doing? This is S. Anthony Thomas. This is the S. Anthony Says podcast. And it's a little later than normal because I had, as I said on Twitter, some technical issues. And those were solved pretty quickly, but, not fast enough to get the episode out normally when I would normally release it. But I had another technical issue as well. And that technical issue was my back. Because even right now, my back feels really, really bad. It's very, very painful, but not as painful as it was yesterday. Because right now, even though there's a lot of pain, my voice sounds normal. I don't think the podcast would have been as much of an enjoyment as it normally would be if I recorded it yesterday, because it probably would have sounded more like, yo, hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, this is Anthony. Episode 350. Oh God. Oh, why did I breathe so hard? So, I want to tell you about some stuff. Oh God. Oh. Anyway, hold on. Hold on. Let me pause the tape. Let me pause this for a minute. And now to come back 20 minutes later. Oh, that's not much better. Oh. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think you'd find that very enjoyable. But I can tolerate the amount of pain I'm feeling right now, okay? And it has nothing to do with me being 50, nothing at all. It's more of an acute injury. And we've all been there, right? And the funny thing about it is if you try to tell your older relatives about any kind of injury that's not a serious injury, they give you 45 minutes of crap that's wrong with them, right? Oh, my back's hurting, guys. Your back's hurting. Oh, what are you? You only 50, man. Oh, okay, I'm 80. You want to talk about back pain? I got your back pain for you, bruh. Back pain. You probably taking pills for it, ain't you? Well, I was going to take Tylenol. Tylenol! You going to take Tylenol, huh? Ain't no damn Tylenol when I was 50. Well, they had pain medication when you were 50. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to make a point and I'm trying to make you feel bad. Okay? Now shut up and just let me sit here and ridicule you for being a punk. Wow. I was kind of hoping you just, I know that you have some Tylenol and my back hurts worse because I was actually helping you move stuff. When I was 50 years old, I didn't need help moving stuff. And when I moved stuff at your age, my back didn't hurt. Well, you just said that, you didn't have Tylenol when you were my age, which implied that you would have used Tylenol when you were my age, which means your back did hurt. Shut up! If I could see you, I'd slap you in the mouth. I'll take my teeth out and throw them at you. And then you'll try to explain why the teeth marks are in a weird place like the back of your head, and people won't believe that I threw my teeth at you, and they'll think you're a lying piece of crap. I'll throw my teeth at you. Shut up. Okay, so, guessing you don't have Tylenol. Oh yeah, it's in the top drawer right over there. Right? And you can't tell the ladies in your family about it, especially the ones that have had children, because once again, it'll turn into oh, so you think your little back issue's hurting. Oh, the right side of your back is hurting intensely? Oh, that's really interesting. You do realize that you're going to take a couple of Tylenol, you're going to get on the heating pad for about a couple of hours or something like that, and you'll be almost back to normal. I bet that's very painful, isn't it? Yes. Let me ask you a question. Does a living human being claw its way out of your back and rip a monstrous hole in your back that it takes 6 weeks to heal from and your body doesn't recover from fully for another year? Did that happen? No. Oh, then maybe you should just shut your mouth about what hurts and what doesn't hurt. And I'm going to go upstairs and feed the baby that I had 3 weeks ago, which means I've still got 3 weeks until being ripped up is healed from having my child, and then another year of my body before it goes back to normal. In about a couple of weeks, you'll be back to 100%, but it won't be that for me, huh? You're going to have people walking around talking about your back, talking about you didn't lose your baby back fat. You're going to have to listen to that. And I'm going to have to listen to people saying, oh, you didn't lose the weight from the baby yet? Well, I lost the weight from the baby in 2 weeks because I hate those skinny people with their losing their weight. But of course, I'm so sure. Tell me more about how your back hurts. I'm going to go back downstairs because at least he gave me Tylenol. Maybe you should go back down the steps. Cause that's what you're gonna get. So I just kind of walked around going, and then that's the thing, what you gotta do, and this is the trick. Don't complain about the pain. Just let people notice that you're in pain. And then instead of doing what you want to really do is go, can I have some pills, please? It hurts bad. Don't do that. Cause they'll look at you and they go, yeah, here's some pills. And the moment you walk outside, man, Anthony's a huge punk. I know, I had a baby and you're old, but why in the world is it? I came over to visit you to show you the baby, and then he walks in there talking about his back. Let's just talk about how much of a punk he is after he leaves. I haven't left yet. It doesn't matter. We've already ridiculed you to your face. There's really no reason to hide it now. Yeah, there's no reason to hide it now. We both think you a huge punk. Wow. Thanks, family. Right? So the trick is, do not complain about the pain. Just do things and let people discover the pain. If they discover the pain themselves, then you'll get sympathy, right? If the old guy says, help me move that thing, go, yeah, sure, help you out. What's wrong with you, boy? It's my back. Oh, man, that's too bad. Oh, man, here's some Tylenol, man. Hope you feel better. You get sympathy. What's wrong with you? Oh, nothing. I'm all right. Your back hurting? Yeah, a little bit. Oh, my gosh. I got some Tylenol in my purse. Here it is. You get sympathy, but don't ever come in the house complaining because they'll call you a punk. I learned that. But I don't like it. I don't like the fact. I know that if I was in better shape, I'm getting in better shape, but once I complete the fitness journey, I mean, you never really actually complete the fitness journey, but what I mean is get to a level of fitness where this kind of stuff doesn't happen as much anymore and you recover a lot faster when you strengthen everything. I want to get to that level. Once I get to that level, I won't have to deal with this crap anymore, right? Or I won't have to deal with it as much, you know? And I know some of it is, you're older now, and old people, when they get older, they get occasional back pain. But I know a lot of people that are older people that are in really good shape, and guess what they don't get? This much back pain or this back pain this often. It doesn't happen for them. Right? You've been in the gym and you see that guy that's 74 years old and he's lifting more weights than you and you're 42, right? And you're running around and his old ass runs right past you and makes you look like a dope, right? And then he always sees you sitting there and you still, you don't look bad for your age. You look pretty good for whatever age you are, 42, 48, 53, 38, whatever you are, right? And you're sitting there and the ladies are talking to you because you're cute. And then some old guy walks by and he's all ripped up. He got from the neck down. He looks like he's the 25-year-old Arnold Schwarzenegger, and your middle-aged punk ass doesn't even look anywhere near that good. And they're over there looking at him and looking at you and looking at him and looking at you and looking at him and looking at you. And it doesn't look good for you, you middle-aged, not quite in that bad of a shape bastard, but this old bastard is in great shape and the old bastard looks better than you, that punk bastard. And yeah, he's got fake teeth, but this guy got fake teeth that look perfect fake teeth. He got good teeth, but his teeth are perfect fake teeth because he bought the fake teeth. So now he looks better than you in the mirror and he's got better choppers than you. He bought them, but he still got them. It's like fake breasts. It doesn't matter that your breasts are nice. This woman went out and bought some breasts that make your breasts look like crap in the eyes of the media. Now, the guy that actually is at your house slurping on them things thinks your breast is the best and incredible and double incredible and whipped cream covered and slurp on them. He loves them. But you feel bad because of the way everybody's looking at her breast. And you, dude, you feel bad at the way that guy is looking at that old dude's pecs and double abs and quadruple abs and perfect teeth, even though he bought them. And you feel like crap. And they're looking at that guy. That bastard. Right. But the funny thing about it is when you get to a certain age, like the age I am now, you really don't give a damn anymore what anybody thinks. You can tell everybody they can kiss your butt, right? And the more you don't give a crap about what anybody thinks, the more confident you become. And the more confident you become, the more attractive you become to the opposite sex. If you're an older lady who's in good shape and you're super confident and you don't give a crap what anybody thinks, everybody looks at you and goes, I know she's a little older, but aha. And you're an older guy and you don't give a crap and you don't care about what anybody thinks. You carry yourself with supreme confidence. All of a sudden the ladies look at you and go, he's a little old, but I've been there. Damn it. I know what it's like when you overhear young ladies saying stuff like, he's old, but he could still get it. I know what that feels like. It happened to me again today. A couple of ladies saw me and I was talking to them and my charming, cute, deep dimples in my cheek ass talking to them with my funny all the time. I choose to be funny ass. You're damn right. Knew how to be funny for 3+ decades now professionally. So I know how to make people laugh any damn time I want to. Yes. And you charm them. You're not trying to get it on with them. So that even makes you more attractive. You're talking to them like what they are. Human beings with hearts, feelings, emotions, value. And you're not trying to get all up in them. So you're charming and not trying to get up in them. And you still look pretty good for your age. And what does that equal? As you're walking out of the store and they don't know you can hear them. They're talking about you. And they say he's kinda old, but he could still get it. Yeah, well, guess what? I'm old, and apparently, judging by the two ladies at the corner store who were young ladies, old enough for me to jump on top of and not go to jail, but young enough people would go, your daughter's beautiful. And you'd have to go, this is not my daughter. She is beautiful. She's young enough to be my daughter because I'm 50 and she's 22. But just so you know, boom, boom, jiggity, boom, da boom, jiggy, jiggy, we're banging. I would not bang anyone that young unless they let me. Just kidding. They would let me, but I wouldn't do it because I would feel guilty. Damn, I hate feeling guilty. I could be banging them. Moving on. But what I'm saying, my friends, is my back is hurting like a mother jumper right now. And I know some of it's because I haven't completely filled out my fitness journey. I still got some more weight I gotta lose. And also, I'm old as crap. Well, not old as crap. It's not crap yet. It's still in the intestine, but it'll be crap soon. That's a good, disgusting visual. What I meant to say is I'm not as young as I used to be. In fact, I'm not as young as I used to be 4 seconds ago. Because 4 seconds has passed. Moving on. So what I'm saying, my friends, is the reason this podcast is a little later than normal because my back feels like crap. Hopefully in a couple of weeks it won't. But I'm going to tell you something else, my friends. Now that I'm in a bad mood because I'm in intense pain right now, I'm going to give a special shout out and FU to every TV station that exists. Now, why do I say this? I have a few relatives that are paying somewhere in the neighborhood of $9 to $10 million for their cable. I call these relatives, what's the word I use for these relatives? Let me think. Paying hundreds of dollars for cable that they don't even watch. Idiots. Oh, I keep forgetting that they listen to this then again, I know they listen to the podcast, but they don't know which ones I'm talking about. So, they're all idiots. Not all of them. 2 of them are idiots. The rest of them are cool. Okay, I said that now that they won't know which ones are idiots and which ones are cool because I said 2 and it's more than 2. And now they'll just think they'll go, well, he wasn't talking about me, when in actuality, they're all idiots. Just 2 of them are idiots. The rest of them, I'm going to cut this part out. But I refuse to pay that much for cable. Oh, hell no. I'm not paying that for cable because when I, as a comic, I've traveled around. I've looked at a lot of places. I've been in a lot of hotel rooms, and I know the majority of that stuff on cable absolutely sucks. But if there's any cable providers out, the cable people that book cable talent, and they hear this before cable is completely obliterated, which it will be at some point in the future. If somehow before that happens, one of you discovers me and decides that you want to, work with me on a series or a special or something like that and offer me a large sum of money, I just want to say right now that I'm just kidding. That, everything that, two of the cable stations absolutely suck. But the rest of y'all are incredible. See, that way I did the same thing I did with my relatives. I think all my relatives that are paying all that money for cable, they don't watch are morons. But, I just said two, so then they'll go to themselves. He didn't meet me, he met somebody else. Oh God, I just admitted that I meant all of them. I'm going to have to cut this part out. But back to the cable stations. Listen, I just want to say that two of them are absolute garbage and the rest are incredible. Actually, 99% of that stuff sucks, but I'm in show business. So at some point, one of them is going to offer me a deal for some money. And I don't want them to know that I think that most of that stuff blows, because then they'll go, hey, wait a minute. If he thinks most of our stuff blows, let's not offer him a contract, that bastard talking about our product. So I just want to say right now to most of y'all, that it's just two of y'all that suck. When I said that 99% of y'all suck, I was just kidding. It's the back pain. The back pain is what made me talk about how most of the stuff that y'all produce sucks. I don't really think that the stuff you produce sucks. I really, and the back pain medication. Okay. I'm not actually taking any medication for my back, but if I was, it would make me say things that I don't mean. I am taking medication for my back, which made me say things about the cable companies and my relatives. That's what's the medication called? I don't remember the name of the medication because I know what you think. Well, don't you know the name of a medication that you're taking? How can you take something in that for your back that's a pain medication, you not know what it is? And I would say, because I'm not taking medication, I'm trying to use medication as an excuse for saying what I really feel. I got to cut that part out also. Anyway, so I don't spend a lot of money on cable and I refuse to do so. I have Netflix, and that's it. I watch a couple things on TV here and there, and that's that. I'm not spending a lot of money on cable because I went to watch some of the shows, and you know what I'm talking about. When you realize that the shows you watch, if you miss them, if you just go to the network that show's on, if it's a CBS show, you can go to CBS and so on and so forth, and they will show you the show that came on yesterday on the internet, right? They give you limited access to the shows, right? Keep in mind, these are shows you were watching for free because they were on commercial television. But when you get onto the cable, not the cable, when you get onto the internet, they go, we're going to give you a 60-minute free trial to try out our internet place here so you can see the old shows. Put in your cable provider if you have a cable provider, and then we'll let you watch the shows with commercials. But if you do not have a cable provider, you're gonna just get this free trial, and then the hell with you, punk. You should have gave us some money. Go F yourself. Now what kind of crap is that? Huh? I gotta pay money to watch some crap that came on free TV? What kind of garbage is that? But it's what cable is, right? You already saw most of that crap already on free television. And now all of a sudden I gotta pay $25 a month because I want to watch reruns of CSI Miami or Walker Texas Ranger or the Fall Guy or some other crap like that, huh? I don't have that much, I'm not that hooked on the shows on cable. I saw those shows already. I'll catch them in syndication whenever they come back on. I refuse to pay for that crap. If I'm not going to pay for pornography, then why in the hell would not that I watch pornography. I'm saying if people that watch pornography, and I of course do not belong to that group because I don't even know what pornography is. I understand I had to look it up on the Wikipedia, and apparently in pornography, adults get it on and people watch the adults in the pornography get it on, and usually the person watching the pornography while watching the people on the screen get it on with themselves, and from what I understand. I definitely That definitely was not me, because my age skipped right from 11 to 30. And what happened between 11 and 30, I would just like to say that during that time period, I definitely did not watch any of the pornography between the ages of like 18 and 30. That I did not watch it, because then, just as now, I did not know what it is. I'm not aware of what it is. Moving on. But I'm not paying for that crap. Come on, man. Because when you get the free trial, there's actually more commercials in the damn show than there were commercials when the show was on free television. So let me get this straight. You expect me to pay a certain amount of dollars a month to watch something I already saw, and then in addition to the fact that I'm paying you some money, you're going to put in 3 times as many commercials so I can have, what kind of crap is that? That's like going back to a movie theater to see a movie that you saw again and having them go, hey, it cost you $10 to get into the movie the first time. This time it's going to cost you $25. And then the coming attractions last 45 minutes. The popcorn, you only get half a thing of popcorn. You go to the bathroom, they only let you pee half the pee you want to do. And if you have to sit down to take a dump, they only let you do a half a dump. Why? Because you didn't pay enough to get in. To treat you like crap. Get out of here with that garbage, you bastards. If I pay money to see that crap on your crap network, I want to see either no commercials or you get 1 commercial break and that's it. Shut up, punk. That's it. Bastards. Right? If I ever turn on Netflix and they start throwing me some commercial for something that's not Netflix, I'm going to be like, look, you better take a couple bucks off this price. You just raised the price in the first place. I'm cool with it. You want a couple of more bucks? Not a big deal. You don't cost that much in the first place. And I like a lot of your original program. By the way, this is not a commercial for Netflix. I won't be doing a commercial for Netflix. I mean, I would do a commercial for Netflix, because, me being a very, very good stand-up comedian with hours of material at my disposal, I could be a really good asset to the network, which is Netflix, which is a very, very brilliant network with the people who work there are probably all good-looking geniuses who have great taste and are very, very intelligent, talented, sexy people. Listen, I know I'm sucking up the Netflix people, but give me a break. I'm trying to move on, okay? And move my career. I mean, if you guys listen to me, it means you like me. If you like me, you want me to be successful. Just allow me to finish sucking up the Netflix, to shut your mouth, punks, and let me finish sucking up the Netflix for a couple more seconds to ensure my future. So shut up. Like I said, Netflix is incredible. I mean, after I started watching, when I watched Netflix the other day while my back was hurting, my back actually hurt a little bit less. Other networks haven't done that. I watched some stuff on CBS. My back hurt exactly the same. Wait a minute. Then again, CBS might also offer me some stuff, so I better not. I got to think this through. I just trashed the cable networks, and they're going to be mad at me because I trashed their programming. I can't. Right? And then I can't even complain to my family about the networks because I just called them morons for spending money on cable. Right. And I sucked up the Netflix, but I mean, what about Hulu or Amazon decides to offer me a deal? I mean, I think I gotta suck up to Amazon and Hulu real quick. Hold on, guys. I gotta suck up to Amazon and Hulu real quick. Amazon is a great service, and Jeff Bezos deserves to be the richest person in the world because he has enriched my life greatly. I mean, everything I've ordered from Amazon is showing up on time. It's incredible. And Hulu, I've never actually really watched any of your stuff, but the people that I know that have watched your stuff, who are all people with incredible taste in whatever you do, have said that you're incredible at that. And because I believe them. So, if Amazon or Hulu would offer me a deal, if Netflix doesn't, I would just like to say that I think you guys are incredible as well. Okay. That's them. I said, sucked up to Amazon and Netflix and Hulu. So what about maybe I want to do something on the network. Make it actually kiss their asses also. And all the network programs are incredible. I've never seen, they talk about the golden age of television back in the day, but I'm telling you right now, the people who make the decisions on what comedians get sitcoms or get on late night or anything that will make me, that comedian a lot of money and change their lives. All of them are good-looking, talented, sexy people who are incredible. Look, people, I know what you're thinking. They're going to take your 350th episode and use that as a way to suck up to all the networks simultaneously. Well, yes, I am. I mean, come on, man. I've done this 350 times, and I know there's a lot of you listening, but it's not like there's enough of you listening that I'm making some kind of ungodly amount of money. I'm still just a regular dude, man. I mean, don't you guys want to see me rich and famous, and then I could completely forget about you people, or maybe keep doing this and then pick a couple of you randomly and bang you? I mean, anyway, so anyway, folks, oh God. That is just really weird. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I love doing this podcast, and no matter what happens in the future, like say for the sake of argument, Amazon, Hulu, or Netflix or one of those networks absolutely, said, hey, this guy's great. I'm going to give him a truckload of money and make him a big star. And he's going to be one of these big giant TV stars, movie stars, whatever. I'm telling you right now, I'm still going to do this podcast because quite frankly, you guys and all these places that are listening to me right now, you were listening to me and supporting me before any of that would have happened. So of course I would not abandon this podcast at any point. Even like I said, if I became a biggest deal as, like Kevin Hart or The Rock or somebody like that, I'm still going to do this podcast no matter what. And hey, what's going on, man? What are you saying to these people? And I was just telling them that, even if I became some kind of big deal, I would not leave this podcast. I would still do this podcast because it's what I love to do. That's really not what you were saying the other day. Remember when you called me the other day and you said, if I ever get a deal with Amazon, Netflix, or Hulu, the hell with these losers listening to me? I think you may have confused me with someone else. I mean, it was a phone call. Could have been someone doing an impression of me. It was on Skype, dude. I was looking right at you. I've known you for a long time, and I know for a fact that the second one of these networks or one of these places gives you tons of money and wants to work with you, you are going to quote, and I'm quoting you directly, drop these losers that listen to me on their phones as quickly as possible because, as you said, and I said, if I remember correctly, you said, the hell with these chumps and their stupid phones. Come on, man. Leave the comedy to me, okay? I mean, I know what you're trying to do. This is the 350th episode of the show, and you heard the routine I did. You listened to the script for the show, and you knew that I was doing a comedy. I mean, the part about my back hurting was true. Obviously, I just integrated that into the program. But you looked at the script, and you knew that I was doing a routine, doing a comedy routine where I pretended to insult my relatives and pretended to insult the networks, and then I pretended like I was afraid that I was going to get in trouble. And there is no script for this. Yeah, it's you read the script. No, I've seen you have scripts sometimes, but sometimes you just have an outline of what you want to talk about, and then you just turn the microphone and let it go. Yeah, but I mean, this one was obviously a script because it's not my real feelings. I see no script. Normally when you have a script, you have it right next to the computer and I can see it, but I don't really see a script here. I see nothing. I probably knocked it on the floor or something like that. No, your desk is clear. I can look at, there's nothing on the floor here. Only thing I see here is a dry erase board that says, one day I will abandon these losers listening to me on their phones. Man, they stink, they stink, they stink. The hell with them. One day I will be huge and I won't even acknowledge their loser punk ass existence. Guys, he's joking. Look, I mean, obviously I'm a comedian, so my intern here is obviously just trying to get in on the joke. Sometimes I let him on the show, to go along with the bit. Because obviously he's just trying to get in on it. Come on, man. I mean, I know they're gonna know. These people know me. My wonderful listeners know me well enough to know that I really don't feel that way about them. Come on, man. Stop with the jokes. I'm not joking. Hi, everybody. Listen, this is, you know who this is. If you've been listening to this podcast for years, you know exactly who I am. Listen, he's a great guy. He really does genuinely love you people. Thank you. Thank you very much. But I'm telling you right now, you people are the equivalent of the spouse that marries the guy when he's settling for the spouse, or the lady that marries the guy she's settling for, and then they become successful, and some hot, perfect 10 really wants to bang them, and they drop you like a hot brick on a cold Tuesday. You understand what I'm saying? Seriously, he literally does care for you guys. He likes you guys. But if you think if he gets a deal with Netflix for $10 million or something like that, if you think he's going to sit here and go through all of this work editing up these podcasts for you people, it's not going to happen. In fact, trust me, I know him. What's going to start happening is he's going to start asking me to guest host the podcast every once in a while, and you're going to get used to my voice, and then he's going to say, hey, instead of us doing it one time, why don't you host 2 of the podcasts a month? And then he'll do 2, and then I'll do 2, and then it'll be 3 times for me and 1 time him, and then one day he's going to say, hey, High Voice Guy is going to take it over for a month, and then he's never going to come back, ever. I'm telling you right now, one day you're going to come back, and it's going to be the High Voice Guy Says podcast, and he won't have anything to do with it. I'm telling you right now, folks, he's going to drop you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to accidentally hit you in the throat and push you down. Okay. Obviously all of this was scripted. You get up. I'm going to kick your ass. You stay down. You stay on the ground. You understand? These people don't need to know I'm going to drop their punk ass as soon as I become successful. They don't need to know that crap. Yeah, I'm trying to make a clean break from these chumps. I'm still going along with the script here because obviously I don't feel that way. Kick your ass as soon as the show's over. Folks, people that I love, my wonderful audience that I love more than anything in the world, no matter what this guy says. He doesn't love you. Shut the fuck up. Let me up. Shut up. Get your hands off my neck. I'll take my hand off your mouth when you shut your... I'm telling you right now, shut up. Don't you... Make another sound. Make another damn sound. Make another sound and I'll kick you. Folks, I'm not playing. You stay right there. Open your mouth again. Oh God, we always play like this. Folks, this has been the episode 350 of the S. Anthony Says, but I'm not playing with you. Get your hand all away from that phone. And just when I'm telling you right now, he's a... Folks, I got something I got to take care of, and I'm telling you now, get out now, folks, get out now. All right, folks, no, you stay on the floor, huh? I've been taking karate classes, man, huh? Doesn't feel good when somebody's holding you on the ground, isn't it? Huh? Don't feel good, does it? Huh? You think it's because you hired me, I'm gonna put up with this crap? I'm actually bigger than you. Huh? I let you knock me down like that because I wasn't paying attention. Folks, I'm not gonna say what my name is. You know me as High Voice Guy. This has been episode 350 of the S. Anthony Says podcast, also known as episode 1 of the High Voice Guy era. This podcast can be heard everywhere. Shut up. This podcast is on iTunes, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher Radio, where else is it heard? It's also heard. Yeah, whatever. I bet that you don't feel too good with your back, does it? Any place podcasts are heard, you can hear this podcast, okay? Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, Podbean, and all that kind of stuff. That's where the podcast can be heard, okay? And for the time being, the only email for the podcast is talktosanthony@gmail.com. talktosanthony@gmail.com. For now, soon the show will be mine. I'm tired of this crap. All right, so I'm going to say it this week because he's a little bit under the weather because he can't fight back with his back hurting like that. Now, can you, huh? Tough guy. So I'm going to say it this week. Okay? I'm gonna say goodbye the way he normally would say goodbye if he wasn't on the ground with me holding him down. Okay? I'm gonna say it. We're gonna say goodbye with me this time. Okay? On the count of 3. High Voice Guy Alta.
Go! S. Anthony Thomas. Go! S. Anthony Thomas. Go! S. Anthony Thomas. Go! S. Anthony Thomas. Go ahead and laugh. Go ahead and smile. get wild. Go ahead and clap. Go ahead and cheer. We're gonna have a good time.